This is the current Albert Bridge, but this story is about the bridge before this one. It collapsed in 1886, and this story is seen through the eyes of the Belfast Corporation Improvement Committee and local newspapers.
The surveyor reported that in consequence of the Albert Bridge having shown signs of subsidence and fracture, observations were being taken to determine whether any danger is likely to occur to the public.
It is stated that the Albert Bridge is sinking and that it is consequently becoming dangerous for heavy traffic. We understand that the Town Council officials are engaged in examining it.
The surveyor reported that he considered the Albert Bridge to be in a dangerous state, and the mayor who had examined the bridge with him concurred. Resolution that the bridge be closed to vehicular but not foot traffic, and the surveyor be instructed to put for the guidance of boatmen a notice on each arch the word dangerous.
The bridge must have collapsed shortly after the Improvement Committee meeting.
The catastrophe at the Albert Bridge, recovery of bodies, later particulars. The lamentable catastrophe which occurred at the Albert Bridge last night when the central arch fell, involving the loss of a number of lives and inflicting injury upon others.
Thankfully, there was only one death in this horrific incident. John Matthews, 64, night watchman, married, died on the 15th of September 1886 at Albert Bridge. His body had been recovered from the bed of the river at 5 o'clock on the morning of the 16th. An inquest was later held that day with R.F. Dill, MD, coroner for the borough of Belfast, presiding. The cause of Matthew's death was found to be homicidal injuries, death instantaneous. This information was included in the death registration made on the 17th.
James Callaghan, residing in George's Court East, Lagan Village, stated that he was passing along the bridge from Ballymacarrat in the direction of the town about 20 minutes to 8, along with Mrs. Maguire, now in hospital. Witness saw a watchman on the bridge, and immediately after he passed him, he heard a crash. Witness looked around and saw that the woman Maguire had fallen into the chasm created by the breaking of the bridge. The watchman had also disappeared.
The surveyor reported the action he had taken from the first time his attention had been attracted to the condition of the bridge till its collapse, moved by Alderman Dixon, seconded by Councillor Jenkins. Specification for the erection of a temporary wooden bridge over the Lagan as a present substitute for the Albert Bridge until arrangements can be made, either for the repair of the old one or the erection of a new bridge. The width of the temporary bridge to be 30 feet, including an 8-foot footpath, and the advertisements be published inviting tenders for doing the work before the 1st of January, and that the Improvement Committee be instructed to take charge of the matter. Also, to report to the Council as to whether the old bridge can or should be repaired, or a new one erected.
There is nothing new in connection with the collapse. No additional fatalities. No inquiries have been made for persons missing.
This new bridge of granite with 3 cast-iron arches was designed by Mr. J.C. Bretland, the Borough Surveyor of Belfast at the time. It was constructed by Messrs. Henry of Belfast on behalf of the corporation at a cost of $36,500. It was built in 1888 to 1890. An old woman named Bridget Maguire was charged with an assault. The prosecutor advised the court that the prisoner was nearly lost in the Albert Bridge disaster in 1886.